Create a YouTube video using the script. Table of contents, part 1. Introduction, about 2 sections. Section 1. Scientology. A veil of mystery. Scientology. Founded in the 1950s by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology claims to offer a path to spiritual enlightenment and freedom. But behind the sleek facade and celebrity endorsements lies a world shrouded in controversy. Former members have come forward with harrowing tales of their time within Scientology's ranks. Their stories paint a disturbing picture of an organization that demands absolute loyalty and brooks no dissent. Today, we're going to pull back the veil and peer into the hidden world of Scientology. Are you ready to hear the truth? The truth about Scientology. Section 2. Whispers from the Inside. Imagine a world where your thoughts are not your own, where your every action is scrutinized and controlled. This is the reality described by many who have escaped the clutches of Scientology. Former members have bravely stepped forward, risking their reputations and even their safety to expose the truth. They speak of psychological manipulation, financial exploitation, and a culture of fear and intimidation. These are the lived experiences of people who were once deeply committed to Scientology. This is their story, the story of those who escaped and lived to tell the tale. Section 1. A world of control. Stepping into the world of Scientology is like entering a parallel universe, one governed by its own rigid rules and unwavering beliefs. Daily life for a Scientologist is meticulously structured, every aspect dictated by the teachings of L. Ron Hubbard. From the moment they wake up to the time they go to sleep, members are expected to adhere to a strict code of conduct. A core tenet of this control is the concept of ethics, a system of rules and punishments designed to enforce conformity and obedience. Members are constantly monitored for any deviation from the prescribed path. Transgressions, no matter how small, are met with swift and often harsh repercussions. This environment of surveillance breeds a pervasive sense of paranoia and mistrust. Members are encouraged to report on one another, even turning in close friends and family members for perceived ethical breaches. It's a world where individuality is suppressed and any flicker of independent thought is quickly extinguished. As Scientologists progress through the ranks, they're confronted with a harsh reality. Spiritual advancement comes at a steep price, both financially and emotionally. The organization demands significant financial contributions from its members with courses, counseling sessions, and materials costing thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This relentless pressure to donate creates a hierarchy within Scientology, with those who can afford to pay more gaining access to higher levels of enlightenment and status. Beyond the financial burden, Scientology exacts a heavy emotional toll on its members. The organization's emphasis on disconnection, the practice of severing ties with anyone deemed critical or antagonistic to Scientology, tears families and friendships apart. The walls of secrecy that surround Scientology are carefully constructed, designed to keep the outside world at bay and its members firmly ensnared. Communication with non-members, particularly those critical of the organization, is strictly forbidden. This isolation fosters an environment of fear and paranoia. Members are taught to view the outside world as hostile and dangerous. Fear is a powerful motivator, and Scientology wields it expertly to maintain control over its members. The organization's reach extends far beyond its walls, and former members have reported being followed, harassed, and even threatened after leaving. Leaving Scientology is not like walking away from a job or ending a relationship. It's more akin to escaping a cult's clutches, a harrowing ordeal with far-reaching consequences. For those who dare to question or dissent, the price of freedom can be devastatingly high. Once a member decides to leave, they face a barrage of tactics designed to keep them trapped. Scientology's leadership often paints a bleak picture of the outside world, warning of spiritual ruin and eternal damnation for those who stray from the path. The financial cost of leaving can be crippling. Years of mandatory donations and expensive courses often leave ex-members financially drained. This financial burden serves as a powerful deterrent, forcing many to stay trapped within Scientology's web. Section 2. Idozai Shatsasai, shunned and silenced. Imagine being forced to choose between your faith and your family. The organization's policy of disconnection is a brutal form of emotional blackmail designed to isolate individuals and keep them tethered to Scientology. Those who do leave are often subjected to a smear campaign aimed at discrediting and silencing them. Scientology is notorious for its aggressive legal tactics, using lawsuits and harassment to intimidate critics and prevent them from speaking out. Despite these challenges, many former Scientologists have found the courage to speak out, sharing their stories and exposing the organization's true nature. Section 3. A long road to recovery. Leaving Scientology is not an end, but a beginning. It marks the start of a long and often arduous journey of healing and rebuilding. Former members must confront the trauma of their experiences, reconnect with loved ones, and forge a new path for themselves, free from the organization's control. Therapy and support groups can be invaluable resources, providing a safe space to process these emotions and begin the healing process. Rebuilding relationships with family and friends who were lost to disconnection can be a delicate and emotionally charged process. Reintegrating into mainstream society can also be a challenge. Former Scientologists may find themselves struggling to adapt to a world they were taught to fear and distrust. Section 1. Inside the auditing room. At the heart of Scientology's system lies a practice called auditing, a ritual shrouded in secrecy and controversy. Imagine a dimly lit room, sparsely furnished, with two figures seated facing each other. One, the auditor, holds a device called an e-meter, a rudimentary lie detector according to Scientology. The other, the pre-clear, embarks on a journey of self-exploration, guided by the auditor's questions. Proponents of Scientology tout auditing as a path to spiritual liberation, a way to rid oneself of negative emotions and achieve a state of clarity and enlightenment. However, former members often describe a far more sinister reality. Central to Scientology's belief system is the concept of the Thetan, a spiritual being that Scientologists believe resides within every human. According to L. Ron Hubbard, Thetans are not bound by the physical universe, possessing immense power and potential that have been suppressed over lifetimes of trauma and negative experiences. Scientology teaches that through auditing and other practices individuals can achieve a state of clear, freeing their Thon from the shackles of their reactive mind and unlocking their true potential. This concept of spiritual liberation is a powerful motivator, driving Scientologists to pursue higher and higher levels within the organization. However, the path to clear is not a straightforward one. Auditing sessions are designed to identify and erase these engrams, but the process can be lengthy and expensive. Why would anyone subject themselves to such intense scrutiny, such unconventional beliefs, and such a demanding system? The answer lies in the power of belief, the allure of belonging, and the promise of something more. Scientology, like many belief systems, offers its adherents a sense of community, purpose, and belonging. In a world often characterized by uncertainty and alienation, the rigid structure and unwavering certainty of Scientology can be strangely comforting. Members are surrounded by like-minded individuals, all striving towards a common goal, spiritual enlightenment and freedom from the shackles of their perceived limitations. The organization also excels at tapping into people's desire for self-improvement and personal growth. However, this initial appeal often masks the true nature of Scientology's teachings and practices. Despite the organization's efforts to maintain control, cracks in Scientology's facade have begun to appear. The internet age has made it increasingly difficult to suppress information, and the stories of former members, once silenced, are now finding an audience. Public scrutiny of Scientology has intensified in recent years, fueled by high-profile defections, critical documentaries, and investigative journalism. The organization's controversial practices, such as disconnection and its aggressive tactics towards critics, have drawn widespread condemnation. As more and more individuals come forward to share their experiences, the true cost of Scientology's beliefs and practices becomes increasingly clear. The organization's claims of spiritual enlightenment and freedom stand in stark contrast to the stories of manipulation, exploitation, and abuse recounted by those who have escaped its grasp. For over 3 decades, Paul Haas, the Oscar-winning screenwriter, was a devoted Scientologist. He climbed the ranks, reaching the highest levels of spiritual attainment. Yet, seeds of doubt had begun to sprout. In 2009, San Francisco honored the founder of the gay rights group Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. The church condemned the group, troubling Haas, a supporter of gay rights. His unease deepened with whispers of fabricated stories and character assassination. Was this the true face of Scientology, he wondered? Driven by unease, Haas began to research the church's history and practices. The more he learned, the more disillusioned he became. The decision to leave Scientology, particularly for a high-profile member like Haas, is fraught with risk. The organization's reputation for aggressively silencing critics and its policy of disconnection loomed large. Yet for Haas, the burden of silence had become unbearable. In 2009, Haas penned a scathing letter to the church, announcing his departure. The letter, later published, sent shockwaves through the organization. Haas' defection was a significant blow to Scientology, shattering its image. He's become an outspoken critic, raising awareness about the organization's alleged abuses. His decision to break his silence came at a personal cost. Haas faced backlash from the church, including alleged harassment. Despite these challenges, Haas has remained steadfast, inspiring others to speak out. As we've journeyed into the depths of Scientology, we've uncovered a world of contradictions, a place where promises of spiritual enlightenment often mask a darker reality. The stories of those who've escaped paint a chilling picture of an organization that demands unwavering obedience, controls its members through fear and manipulation. The allure of self-improvement and belonging can draw people in, only to find themselves trapped in a system demanding ever-increasing commitment. We've witnessed the devastating impact of disconnection, tearing families and friendships apart. Yet, amidst these tales of hardship, a spirit of resilience shines through. The former Scientologists who've shared their stories demonstrate remarkable courage, not only in breaking free, but also in speaking out against its practices. Their voices are a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. The shocking truths revealed about life inside Scientology serve as a stark warning. They remind us of the importance of critical thinking and questioning authority. It serves as a microcosm of the dangers in any group that demands absolute loyalty and isolates its members. By shedding light on the experiences of those who've escaped Scientology, we hope to raise awareness and empower individuals to make informed choices. We must remain vigilant, fostering a culture of critical thinking. For those still trapped within Scientology's web, know that you are not alone. There are resources available to help individuals escape and rebuild their lives. The journey to freedom may be long, but the human spirit's resilience is boundless.